Hey Flosstube, welcome back. This is Stitch Again Sam, and I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. I think it's been about probably close to 2 months since I have made a video. So we'll start off with a quick life update as to why that is. Everything is good. We actually moved. So you might notice that no more green leafy curtain that everybody loves. If you've been here before, we're now pretty much in a brown box. So yeah, we, long story short, it was sort of our intent that when our youngest daughter graduated from high school, we would move. We lived in a pretty still live in a pretty expensive school district, which is good for school, but once you're not in school anymore, there's really not a need to pay for that. And we really wanted to be in something smaller and a single level versus the 2-story house that we were in. So I think much of the country, the housing market here is pretty hot, and we decided to go ahead and take advantage of that. And we were able to find a rental that actually checked all our boxes and worked for us. So here we are. We're in the living room right now, and I am loving this smaller space living. Even when we bought our last house, we really wanted something that was smaller, but we just at the time couldn't find anything that was what we wanted. Our kids were younger, and so we didn't. I don't want to ever turn back. I need a tiny bit more space than what we have here, but not much. But being on one floor is awesome. We're loving it. So, well, I am loving it. I won't speak for everyone in the family, but I don't think anybody's hating it. So that's good. So we'll probably be here for a couple years. And then once our youngest graduates, we'll figure out next steps and where we kind of want to land after that. So yeah, I'm sorry this is not a very interesting background today. I'm actually I have a desk set up in our bedroom as my crafting spot. So I don't have a room anymore, but I have space above it. So I am going to try to hang my finished pieces in there. So I might in the future move into that spot so that it's a little bit more interesting background than nothing. And I apologize for the lighting. I know it's not the greatest in here. I think I'm going to need, I used to have studio lights in my craft room, and I don't obviously have room for those anymore either. So I need to get maybe a ring light or something. So if anybody has a good recommendation of one that they like or have used, please leave me a comment below. Otherwise, I'm just going to go on an Amazon recommendation or review and get one of those so that that's a little bit better. And I know we have kind of a little bit of blowout from the window behind me, but anyway, it's the best we could do for today. So I have been stitching. I kind of, it was a whirlwind, the move, right? We sort of decided that we might try to do it and spent a couple weeks getting our house ready. It sold over a weekend and was done. And then we had 30 days to get out. And so we lived there for about 11 years. So that was pretty much all consuming of our time, was just packing up and getting out and then getting settled here. And so it was probably a couple weeks ago that I started stitching again, maybe 3 weeks ago, where I finally felt okay, things are settled down. I can do it. My husband saw me and he was like, okay, this means things are getting normal again. You're sitting down stitching. I'm yes, if it's nice to be able to do it. So, but I don't really remember where I left off the last, what I showed you, because I had stitched some before we started all that. So I'm just going to show you what I have here, which isn't much. We have actually this, you can kind of see it. We have 2 of these end tables next to our couch, and they have a little door that opens and a shelf inside. So it actually fits project bags and this little plastic, divided container that I keep things in pretty well. And so all I really have with me are the couple of projects that I was actively working on that were in that cabinet. Everything else is in a tote at my mom's house, which couldn't have done the move without mom, because she had a whole level of her house that was basically, well, and keyword was empty. But we're using that for some storage slash we're going to have like big blowout garage sale this summer for all that stuff. So yeah, because it could not have all fit here. But I do want to bring some of the stitching stuff home. And then maybe in December, I'll do like a whip parade or something and kind of make a plan for the new year and what I want to work on. So I'm just going to share the couple things that I have and yeah, move on from there. And oh, and I do have a couple things that I bought. So I have a little bit of haul. It's not brand new haul, but it's the most recent things I bought. So the first thing I'm going to start out with is what I have been actively working on. And I've been pretty like monogamous with my stitching lately because this is the thing that as soon as I start working on it, I can't stop. And it is from, if you've been around, it's from the Cross Stitch for the Earth, Emma Condon, design number 19, which is that as the finished product there. And so I had started a kind of this as a sal for myself when I was doing each season in the season. So it's Seasonal Earth Sal is the hashtag. And there are a few other stitchers that are, well, I don't know, like I'm so behind on Flosstube watching and social media. I have no idea where anybody else stands with it. But I had all these plans of things I was going to start in September, but those did not happen. And so this was a thing that like I should have picked back up because for us, fall started on my birthday, which is September 23rd. And that was actually the day we put our house on the market. So yeah, no, we didn't start that. But I got nervous because I was like, I really do want to keep up with this. So I have been working diligently on this. Like I said, probably the last 2 to 3 weeks. So fall is almost done. Let me see if I can get that in there. Yeah. So I just have a little bit on the fox to finish, and there's some leaves down at the bottom there I need to finish. And that like sun thing, I started it. It's all messed up. I did it wrong. I thought I knew what the pattern was. That is very wrong. So I need to pull that out, but I was sad and I didn't want to do it. So I just left it and moved on to something other part. But okay, so I looked it up. Winter starts December 21st for us. So I have plenty of time. I think I'll absolutely be able to get that done. And then be ready to start the winter part in winter. Yeah. So that is the thing I've really been actively stitching on lately. So the other things that I'm going to go ahead and share are, this is my other fall piece. And again, I do not remember where I really left off with you guys on this, but this is the Otono. It's Satsuma Street. Like she has the 4 seasons of these. And I have summer done. So I started, fall is my favorite. Like I really like, it's my favorite of the 4 designs. So I started that one, and we have 6 of the 9, I have 6 of the, nobody else is doing this but me. 6 of the 9 designs done there. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I kind of left like my favorite ones. I forced myself to do, I don't know, like when you see these designs, there's always ones that you like, and there's none that I really don't like, but some that you like better than others, right? So I tried to be good and leave like my favorite ones for the end. I don't know, I think I might pick this one back up, realizing like how close it is to done as soon as I finish this guy, or at least the fall section of that guy, because I think I could get this done. I bet I could get it done before fall ends, at least. So yeah, that one is moving along. And I think there's probably more on there stitched than what you saw last time. I feel like I was working on that one pretty actively. Okay, and then the other one that's a little bit older that I had in here, sorry if that's loud. This is another Emma Condon, and it is these are, again, seasonal. I like You can tell I kind of like the seasonal things, right? Like, well, okay, the last thing I have to show you isn't, but everything else is. This is the Colors of Summer. This one I got off of her Etsy shop. Usually they're printed first in the Cross Stitcher magazine. I think that's what it's called. But this one I had gotten from Etsy and printed it. So if you remember at all, which you probably don't because it's been a while, but I had sort of, and I completely forgot and left this one in the hoop and just had shoved it in there. So it's a mess. But I kind of gone through and at least like spaced out all of the squares. Oh my God, I'm sorry you guys, this is a disaster. So I've gotten quite a few filled in. The first 2 rows are complete. I hope all these wrinkles come out of this thing. Ugh, this is bad. But so I have a few random ones done below it, but everything is sort of like at least spaced out and ready to go. So we're making progress. I don't know. I like this and I want to have them. I kind of almost think I'm going to set this one aside and leave it until next summer. And then I have the winter version of this in the magazine. And so I think I might start that during the winter and work on it and do kind of the same thing that I did with this and work on them during the seasons now that I won't have that to do. This one's not going to get done, I don't think, anytime soon, but I better do something to make it flatter because it's kind of a mess. Okay, so that is that one. And then the last thing I really have to show you as far as whips go is I had started Flea Market Flowers. I know everybody else has already done it, but I was inspired by, I hope I mentioned her name last time. If not, I'm gonna try to find it. By someone who had stitched them all like sunflowers, like all in shades of yellow. And there's not, oh, I do have some. I don't think I had very much of this done the last time I showed it, but I'm doing it on this is Fabric Flare. It look white, let's see, whitewashed board. And so it looks like, well, whitewashed board. I love this. Okay, wait, let me get it more centered in there for you guys. And so what I did was I stitched the whole frame around it, and then I did all of the green leaves, and now I'm starting to fill in with some of the sunflowers, and I can tell the color on this looks awful. So hopefully if I get that ring light before next time, I'll show you this again so you can see, because it just looks so dark. Let's see if I can, ooh, there, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I think I'm really gonna like this when it's done, but what I'm having a hard time with is deciding the colors to, like, I literally have bought every yellow, orange color of DMC floss that there is. And I'm just, I don't know, like I'm way overthinking how I want to like distribute the colors on this. I need to just do it, not overthink it. But that is kind of what held me up on working on this. I'm not sure what my plan will be for this. I was enjoying it. I still really like it. So it might just go into the rotation. And figure out a spot, but I really want to get this other thing done first. Okay, so I have that, and then I have a couple things that I purchased just recently. Like this would have been just before we decided to move. And I really, like, I went into one of my local needlework stores, Just Stitching, in Strongsville, Ohio. And I went in specifically to get these 2 things that came from, I mean, it was a new release time. Is that a market? I don't know. They're not new. They're not that new anymore. But 2 of them were from Liz Matthews, which these are the first of her patterns that I bought, even though there's others that I like. But this 2 Pumpkins Bright, that's not going to get done by Halloween because Halloween's over. But next year, I'll keep that one for next year. I thought that was really cute. So I got that one. And then I also got After the Rain. I'm taking this out of the bag. So they're less glary for you, which is the rainbows. I mean, rainbows in a grid are like, that is my jam. And I liked how she did other, like there's other color schemes, but I think I might use this as a like, use up your floss sort of thing and just make, like gradually make the rainbows out of extra floss and like, yeah. And then they can just all be different, which would be kind of cool and fun. So that is sort of my plan for that one. But while I was there, because you certainly don't leave with just the two things you go to pick up. Actually, this was one I knew I wanted, but I don't think I had told the owner that I wanted it, Chili, that I wanted it. So I did get the hands-on design, Let's Talk Stitching. Mostly, I really want to make this little pin cushion, the Keep It Calm and Cross That Stitch. But I think I will do this. I'm thinking of doing it in a different color scheme. And I think I've seen some online where people have done it differently, or like different fabric or different colors. So we'll check that out. But yeah, I thought that was super cute. And then the completely random, where you're like, just looking and you go, ooh, what's that? I want that, was this. And this is an older Tiny Modernist pattern. It was a stitch along, or mystery, yeah, like mystery stitch along at one point. I'm not sure the easiest way to show this to you guys, but, and it is called The Haunted Mansion. I don't know when, would there be like a year? Oh, 2018, it says. Okay. So like, this is the frame part. Let's see. And then like it had, like it was all together, right? And then it had all of the individual things in there. Okay. So this would have been the last one. So now you can at least see the finished. And I'm like, oh yeah, look at the little like skeletons like eating dinner. I guess they're eating dinner. And this one's coming to the door. I mean, it's just cute. That one's just super cute. Again, Halloween, long gone. I'm not gonna start this now, but I have it and it's cute, and we'll start it for next year. So that is the new things that I bought. Yeah, that's literally all I have in my house right now that is stitching related. So like I said, my plan is that I am going to bring back all the stuff that's in my tote, and I need to just sort of like regroup and reorganize and figure out like what my plan is for next year. I thought about maybe doing like a whip go board, because that sounds kind of fun. But in truth, sometimes I like to have a plan. Like if you've watched my videos before, you know, I started out with this, like, I'm gonna have these categories, and like, it took, I don't know, like 5 videos for that to not work anymore. So like, there's the part of me that likes to have this plan and this idea of what I'm going to be working on. And then there's the part that just goes, what do I feel like stitching today? And picking that and working on it. But I do feel like over the course of like this last year, when I've picked this back up again, I've bought a lot of patterns, like a lot, and I've kitted up some of them. So I really need, like, the time that I'm here, I need to like stop buying so many. I'm not going to say any, but I need to be very selective about it, and just have some sort of plan so that some things get done. I definitely feel better when I finish something. I don't mind having multiple projects started. And I was watching, who was it? Oh, it was the Calculated Stitcher. I'm forgetting her actual name, but I know that that's her channel. I like her channel a lot. Our styles are kind of different, but I like her. And she was talking about how she just likes to get things started because the actual starting is her least favorite part. And I get that. Like, I am in the same, like, kitting a pattern to me is really fun. And like getting all the stuff and picking out fabric and doing all that to me is fun. And once I'm stitching it, I'm happy. But I think it's the same reason. Like, I get nervous about measuring and remeasuring and trying to make sure I'm in the right spot and like getting that initial start. And then once it started, it's easy to just pick it up again, right? So that made a lot of sense to me. And I was like, maybe I just need to like at least kind of go through things and figure out like, is there anything I bought that it's like, why did you get that? Like, you're not ever going to do it, and like set those aside, but at least kit up the things that I know I want to do and like start more so that I can pick, it's easier to pick from them. I don't know. I need to come up with an idea of like what I'm going to do in the next year. I also know that probably this busy season, I'm a CPA, and I think this busy season is going to be, it's going to be a rough go. So I may have less stitching time than normal over the winter, but we're not gonna worry about that today. Yeah, so if you have any fun ways that you keep track of what you're gonna work on or how you wanna do it, like I know about WhipGo, and then I know there's all these, you know, now that I've been sort of around this for a year, I know that there's all these fun, you know, like there was the March Madness thing and like all these different things. And I think I've asked you guys about that before because I've learned about some. So I just need to pick something and kind of develop a little plan for myself so that I can feel good about the progress I make, finish some things, start some things, but like keep it kind of under control. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today and coming back. I'm sorry. I will try to be a little bit more, now that we're settled, regular in the videos and the timing of them. And like I said, I think next time I will have sort of everything back here and we'll do a little like recap of that. So it might be a little bit longer of a video. This one was on the short side, but that's okay. Have a great day and we will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.